about you. When you know what the love would amount to. Supposed to let you lay with the nigga and play house too. When I know what your kitty in your mouth do. But you know that he gon' go deep like me. You know he gon' leave it clean like me. Tell myself if you leave I get more hoes. Why I lie to myself only Lord knows. You gon' get that boy hurt, that's how love goes. Love don't live here, home been foreclosed. Don't be posting for these niggas as a purpose. Why you making faces out door down? So now I'm on your body like a wardrobe. You a trophy, they ain't giving that award shows. You think I get crazy, I feel bad for you. Cause I'm twice as crazy when I'm after you. You think I get crazy, I feel bad for you. Cause I'm twice as crazy when I'm after you. Hey, I want war, that's if you leave me, I want war. I want war, that's if you leave me, I want war. I want war, that's if you leave me, I want war. I want war, that's if you leave me, I want war. Man, I know that the truth be the last out. When I heard it was true, nearly passed out. So I brought it to you and you dashed out. Thought you was a last tag from the way you lashed out. That's cool though, even though on the low, if you blow and you're stressing me. Yo, kudos, even though that we know that the bro ain't impressing me. I've been waiting for your post where you been, babe. Make a nigga do the most, girl, don't tempt me. Past girls ass off, but they went ways. Push your ass off more like the 10th grade. I knew since the day I met you, I knew that your love was special. You would leave me if I let you. Ain't no way, girl, I won't let you. I don't know what I know, but you're beautiful. Put in work in your box like a cubicle. Give me top, girl, don't stop, it's just me and you. Get on top and you rock like a trying get crazy. I feel bad for you. Cause I'm twice as crazy when I'm after you. You think I get crazy, I feel bad for you. Cause I'm twice as crazy when I'm after you. Hey, I want war, that's if you leave me, I want war. I want war, that's if you leave me, I want war. I want war, that's if you leave me, I want war. I want war, that's if you leave me, I want war.
Show on internet radio today. Off the Top Sports Radio on 8 Squad Rebel Radio.
Especially made for you.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Off the Top Sports Radio with your boy June Pierre.
And be the analyst.
Yes, y'all, man. We are back on another Tuesday, giving y'all that best sports show on internet radio today. Yes, yours truly, Off the Top Sports Radio on 8 Squad Rubber Radio. And we want to thank everybody that's about to tune in on YouTube, Facebook, Roku TV, Kick, Rumble, Twitch, IG, X, you name it, we are on it. All we ask y'all to do is like, share, and subscribe, man, to the 8 Squad Rebel digital TV. And like we always do for y'all on a Tuesday, man, we got a jam-packed show for y'all. So stay locked in, man. We got a lot to talk about, man. A lot going on, man. A lot is going on in the sports world. As football is slowly, surely creeping up on us. I think we got our first bit of, this ain't the real week of college football coming up. It is week 0, but our little teaser, we call it, right? A college football this weekend coming up. So, look, man, we getting there. We definitely getting close to some real action on the football field, man. So we'll definitely talk about that. And look, man, talking about college football, there's a lot of crazy things going on in college football. I don't know if y'all been following, but there are college football in some conferences. Not every conference is agreeing with this whole thing going on right now with letting players that have been drafted and were on NFL teams in these past couple of months come back to play in college because they still have a 5th year option to play in college, a 5th year eligibility, and let me put it like that, to play another year of college football. So it's an uproar going on right now, and it's all because of, well, formerly tight end, Cleveland Browns tight end Daquan Wright. He was waived by the Cleveland Browns, and was looking to get back into college football because he still had the 5th year eligibility and want to attend LSU because his old football coach, Lane Kiffin, is at LSU now. He used for the people that don't know, Daquan Wright played for Ole Miss last year before he got drafted. He actually got drafted by the Eagles, and the Eagles released him. Undrafted? So Eagles picked him up.
Signed first, yeah. Signed as undrafted free agent.
Okay.
And was waived out from there. Then Cleveland gave him a shot. He didn't succeed there either. So, you might have to put your degree to work, or go work at the Home Depot, or go to the USFL and work on your game or something.
Right.
Because going back to college, what the fuck are we what are we talking about? That shouldn't be allowed
at all, man. It's not even it's not. I seen people saying it's not fair to the other kids that's on our roster that been working their butts off all off season.
Right, they got a spot.
Yeah,
the camp is done.
Right, spring football.
Right,
went
Jokers
through all
got
that shit.
Spot now, and you gonna come and take somebody's spot? And come on, man, that just don't make sense.
Yeah.
Part of this is the NCAA's fault.
Yeah.
Because they implemented a rule, and I don't think they considered, the actual the rule. So for those that don't understand, so basically the NCAA, they passed a rule, and it's kind of confusing to a lot of people because it's basically they put a year stipulation on it. So any player that graduated, I believe it's 2023. Yeah, so the new rule is the decision is, the new rule, athletes who graduated high school in 2023 is basically what caused the chaos in the first place. They didn't include the class of 2022. So players who graduated in 2023, they cannot go back to college. But if you graduated in 2022, you still have that 5th year eligibility. So what they did was anybody who graduated, they put a 5-year stipulation basically already on it from RIP. I believe it's you're automatically eligible for 5 years,
right,
if you graduated in 2023 and beyond. Now the problem with that is it's been going on anyway. Guys come in, they red shirt. They've been figuring out different loopholes. You get a COVID year, which I think should be finished and done with now. COVID has been done for at least 5 years now. So all that COVID eligibility crap should be actually done. But yeah, so Daquan Wright, try to sneak. And, they paid attention to the rule and looked at the loophole. And he's like, oh, wait, I graduated in 2022. So maybe I can still get my 5th year eligibility. And, you had Louisiana's a crazy state, man.
Right.
Louisiana judges is granting, these junctions and things of that.
Restraining orders
and all types of crazy crap getting involved. And people looking at him like, yo, what are you doing? In the long run, this is going to hurt the game. This is going to hurt college football as we know it. There have been conferences, Big Ten. My conference where my team is, they said, nah, we ain't doing that bullshit. Nah. They are working, if they haven't already done so, they are getting ready to pass a rule banning any player that leaves college and, going pro to return. Once you leave, if you don't make it, if you're not good enough, That's on you. You got to keep working, son. Try to make somebody's practice squad the next year, or try to, come back on somebody's roster the next year. There are other options, USFL, but you're not going back to school when your ass 23, 24 years. I mean, they already got guys that's 23, 24 years old now playing in college due to the fact that, the NIL situation is keeping a lot of guys in school because, if they talking to their agent or whatever.
They're getting that bread.
They're getting bread. They're getting money for the university, probably more money. And this was something that we talked about, that they'll probably get more money than they'll ever make in the NFL, at this point in time. And, but to leave it, I mean, this is my thing with the Quan. Who's your agent?
Right.
Because they know what your projection is from RIP. So if you wasn't happily projected or happy with the projections, because I'm sure they ain't project you high. Nah. If you went undrafted, they probably was talking about a 6th, 7th round grade on you, maybe, possibly undrafted, and you still took a chance and, felt like you was trying to figure it out. And because it didn't work out for you, now you're trying to go back to LSU and take their tight end 1 spot, that was given to a kid that put in work with the program all off season. So it's really not fair. It's really weird. Lane Kiffin, you should fucking be ashamed of yourself. You trying to do whatever it takes to try to win some shit. Like, damn.
If you think he was hated already in college football, he just picked up more people that hate him more now, man. I'm reading something that he's trying to get a player from the Bucks, hoping the player hope he makes the team. But Lane Kiffin is trying to lure the player to come back to play for him.
Come on,
with
SEC.
This new rule.
Do the same thing that the Big Ten did. Get ahead of it and say, no, we're not doing that, because it's going to hurt the integrity of y'all league. The SEC is supposed to be so big and bad and bold.
They ain't been bad and bold for 3 years, bro.
Maybe more than that.
It been a big
right, but at the same time, if y'all supposed to be that, be that. Do it the way that within the confinements of the rules. I understand that this is a rule, but this is a funny rule. The NCAA, they should have told anybody that graduated 2020, like after or whatever, like with this automatic 5-year eligibility rule or whatever the case you want to call it. I don't know. But either way, I think it's a rule that is needed, but at the same time, people always looking for loopholes. So, and that was the loophole. He like, I graduated in 2022. I ain't graduated 2023. So this don't apply to me.
And this is, if they allow this, man, it's gonna be crazy, man. With allowing players like the NBA do something similar, and they just, if the player, he could enter the draft, right? But he go to the camp and he see his projections is not where it need to be at, he could go back to school. All right, they allow the player, they give him a certain date. All right, and I think the NFL need to do that too, right? You got to get a certain date, where you can't go back to school. So it's more college.
I've never seen anything like this.
Yo, this is crazy.
There have been guys that left early, still have a year left. You know what I mean?
Right.
And some guys leave early, and they weren't able to return to college. Man, just think about what it would have done for guys like Mike Williams and from USC back in the day that tried to leave early when the NCAA had these strict rules where you had to stay in school. Had to be out for 3 years before
Maurice
you could
Claret.
go. Maurice
Claret.
Claret. I mean,
Maurice
imagine
Claret,
if he could have went back to college after, but they never allowed those guys to do that. So it's like now you're trying to allow these guys to do that. It's just, it ain't fair. Leave that the way it is. Once you leave college and you solidify yourself as being, a draft prospect or whatever, and you go through that whole process, combines and different bowl games, senior bowls and all that, nah, man, you can't come back to school, bro. You got to stay where you at. Or join one of these other leagues. As USFL players are getting signed left and right, from putting in that work. So, you just got to figure out another way. And this ain't the way. Lane Kiffin, I hope fucking LSU be ass this year. I really do. Because it's like, yo, you just like, where's your integrity as a head coach? I guess you don't have any. So here we are.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, man, this is crazy, man. I already heard the rumblings last week about it, and I'm like, nah, this ain't really gonna happen. Then today they made it official, like, yo, he could come back and play for LSU. I'm like, wow.
It's official? Because is it official
I
with that
I got
judge
an
thing?
alert.
Or?
I got an alert that shit from ESPN. It don't always be Shefty. Sometimes now I be feeling like they just put Shefty picture on what's name. He said, clear waivers today and is expected to sign with LSU on Wednesday. Wright will go from Cleveland Browns to LSU Tiger and become the first player to go from the NFL roster back to college. So they made it official.
That is wild.
It made it official.
Your dumb ass should have stayed. You should have waited. Yeah. If you saw Lane Kiffin was leaving or knew he was leaving, you should have just gotten into the transfer portal.
Right.
You thought you was ready for the league. You ain't ready. And going back, you think, like, he gets to go back and then like
build his draft stock up. What happened in?
If you wasn't undrafted, ain't no way you going from undrafted to a first, like second. You gonna be at best maybe a full 5th round prospect.
Yeah, this alert came out at 4:45. I knew I seen it.
Okay.
Yeah, it came out.
Wow,
at 4:45.
that's crazy.
They just made it like official.
Happen. The NCAA got to get it. Got to do something about that. I'm sure that there will be some appeals.
Yeah.
And different things of that nature put into place.
I definitely seen the Big Ten saying no already.
Yeah, Big Ten already said no, man. We ain't off that.
Yeah,
you got to figure it out.
I think they're waiting for the other major. I know they are meeting up. I think they said it was meeting up today. ACC was meeting up today about it. SEC is still talking about it. Even though it's the team, even the team is on the SEC side. Big 12 is down with it. They down with it. Big 12, I heard Big 12.
Yeah, Big 12, they suck. So they looking for whatever. That's a.
I heard they down with it.
Yeah, that's not a good league.
I heard they down with it. It's ACC and Big 10 they waiting for to see the clear it. SEC, they say some of the teams are not down with it. And, some of the teams like LSU are down with letting college players come back to. I think it's just. I feel sorry for the kids that put the work in.
Right.
For this guy to just come in, because they make cuts right around August.
Yeah.
This is when they start making these cuts after these second games, these third games.
Yeah,
they start showing up the roster. So you telling me 2 weeks before or 3 weeks before the first game, this guy could just walk in here and take my spot.
And it tells you the type of player he is to even want to go back to college.
Yeah, that's another thing too.
Tells you what type of player he is.
What happened to
Blondin? He ain't got no integrity. He think he gonna go out there and play against 18, 19-year-olds, take tack, and try to up his draft stock and become a first-round prospect. So I hope it's worth it for him in the end. I guess I don't know. I mean, if they're allowing it, ain't nothing you can really do about it. But I'm pretty sure that the NCAA is going to be fighting against this. They're doing whatever they have to do to put their paperwork in, because at the end of the day, this is going to get totally out of hand if you don't get ahead of it and just nip it in the bud from the rip and say no. It's going to get out of hand. The NIL is a good situation. Mm-hmm. I'm all for players getting money for their name, image, and likeness. I am. I feel like if guys are over there and they generating $30 million or more or whatever in jersey sales and paraphernalia, whatever, gear. Mm-hmm. I think that they should definitely get a percentage of that. And that's something that we always talked about.
Right.
But, and even if it comes to a point where you're working out, deals, guys are working out contracts to come to schools now. I get that part. But this, I don't. I ain't with this part of it. And I don't even think this got anything to do with NIL. I just think this has something to do with a janky NCAA rule. So,
hey, what happened to grinding? Like, when you are playing in the NFL, especially around this time in the preseason, you don't know what team is watching. Like, you don't know what team is watching. Another team might pick you up, like how Cleveland picked you up from the Eagles. You don't know what team is watching. So it's just like these players, man, don't have patience, man, anymore, man. So, like I said, man, hopefully they can nip this in the butt, because this is crazy, man. It's definitely crazy, man. All right. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the show, this is like the first week of week 0. Pretty much, they counting this as week 1, but I look at it as week 0 because everybody's not playing. The real games are the following weekend, on Labor Day weekend. But you do got some games right here: North Carolina, TCU, a non-conference game. That should be a good one. I don't know. Let's see how Bill Belichick do his second year. He didn't have a good first year at North Carolina, so let's see how he do his second year. San Jose State and USC, womp womp. NC State, Virginia. That's ACC, right? Yeah. With this
that
whole
quarterback from NC State. That's somebody that is people sleeping on.
Yeah,
I forget his name, but I know there's been a lot of talk about him. So if you looking for prospects, this is one of the guys. CJ Bailey. Yeah, they've been talking about him a lot. So
okay.
Yeah, that's a game if you want to see
against Virginia. That would be at 3:30 in the afternoon. Then the rest of the ones are, blowout games. I look at it. Hawaii, Stanford, I don't know about that. That could be even matchup. Point spread to tell you, too. 4-point spread. Florida State playing New Mexico State. That should be a blowout. The point spread is 30.5 right there. But that's for Florida State team trying to bounce back. They started off good last year.
And Tommy turned into a fraud on me, man.
Oh, yeah. Who's
Castellano.
Okay,
I'm not sure who their
Ashton Daniels. That was where he was from. I think I want to say he played for UCF last year. This kid.
He's a transfer?
Yeah, he is a transfer. I think he played for UCF last year.
It would be at the top, no?
Let me see.
Ashton Daniels.
Yeah, I think he played for UCF that last year. This kid is good, though. He was good. He was good.
All right.
Yeah, and I know there's a couple of players.
We've been hearing that for years.
There's a couple of players, that transferred over there. I'm definitely looking forward to see play too on Saturday night. But like I said, there's a lot going on this weekend as we get near to the end of summer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I'm gonna be in front of the TV to watch that. Then you got Memphis and UNLV to close everything out on that the soft week one of college football. So if you got any real college football fans, man, which we are over here, but we looking forward to the following weekend, man, with the Labor Day where you have all the big matchups.
Well, you see, that's all week one. If
That's
you
all
see,
week
it
one?
goes to September 7th.
Oh, so okay,
So this is all week one.
So it continues.
Yeah, it continues.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, so it is a laundry list of teams that play.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Which
Okay.
is kind of weird because you got teams that are kind of like playing twice.
Twice, yeah.
Like Stanford's playing twice. USC is
playing
playing twice. So I don't know why they putting it like that. But then you got Alabama, you got all those teams. They start
Playing, yeah. You're right. Damn, that's crazy. But we'll see, man. As college football kick things off this weekend, man. So we'll definitely be looking forward to that, man. See what's going on, man. But yeah, all right. As we move along to give people what they need, man. If you're watching on Instagram, we are live on YouTube. We're on Twitch. Roku TV, just search Off the Top Sports Radio or H Squad Digital TV, man. All right, to watch us right now, man. OMG, what's going on? G, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. All right, let's get to this conversation. This is wild right here with this Ernest Cantor situation, right? And what happened this week? I think this was Saturday or Sunday, I believe, right? Ernest Cantor. And we talked about this on the show a couple of weeks ago when we had Ernest Cantor and Royce Wright pitch up there. Like, they bugging for doing this, right? But they got a point for doing it, but they bugging, like for even trying to enter themselves and announcing that they're entering the WNBA draft, right? And like I say, I understand why they're doing it. They're trolling, of course, because the WNBA, the commissioner, but they kind of opened the floodgates for all this to happen, right? For them not to come out and stand out and let the people know that we are not allowing this. This is the WNBA, only women play in this league right here. So, Ernest Cantor appeared at I believe it was Chicago Sky and Indiana Fever was playing and got in. Well, Natasha Cloud made a shot. Made a shot, then looked over to Ernest Cantor. It must have been some back and forth going on between the game for her to, to act how she acted right there after hitting that shot and went straight at Ernest Cantor. And it was some words exchanged between the two. And Ernest Cantor was removed from the arena, and now he's officially banned from WNBA games. And I believe he had a shirt with the definition of women on the shirt.
Woman says is a noun. Adult human is a female. Adult human or is female. I don't know, something. I couldn't read the whole shirt, but yeah.
So now a lot of people, it's a back and forth. It's two people on each side saying, "Yo, he's a clown for that," which I'm saying he's a clown for even like to keep the trolling going, like.
Right.
Like you pulling up to the game now.
Yeah, like
we understand what you're doing.
We get your point.
We get your point, bro.
Yeah.
We get your point. But you pulling up to the game and going back and forth with the ladies, that's not cool. Right. It don't look good on you, brother. It do not look good, man. And the WNBA, they finally come out and said something after this happened, where this has been a conversation for at least a couple of months now. It started with Sophie Cunningham when she made the comment. And you had rallies outside.
Rallies and
you had
T-shirts being worn
all
and all
types
that
of stuff.
In support of the nonsense, as opposed to just, come on, man. Like, it ain't no trans men in the NBA.
Right.
Can't be no trans women in the WNBA, man. At the end of the day. It's male, female. Like, if you weren't born with a specific body part, related to females, able to have children, babies, give birth. You're not a woman. You shouldn't be playing in the WNBA. It's just that simple. I don't know what the back and forth is about, or why it was even thought or being considered. It makes no sense.
Yeah. So there's a lot of people. I seen Steven Jackson video, which he made some good points on that on his video, and he's saying, well, I don't know why people going at Earn Cantor for, he just letting people know he's standing up. He's pretty much standing up for the ladies right now. So it's just a lot of back and forth.
Did the WNBA ban him from all games?
All games, man.
Because I know he's banned from Chicago for sure.
They banned.
So they banned him from all games.
Okay. They banned him from all. I think banned him from all games. Williams said they had a protest outside the Barclays Center in New York when the Liberty and the Fever played regarding this case. Yeah, they've been having rallies all over about this. And like I said, I was telling B, the WNBA is scared to talk about certain issues, and that's the problem. They're scared to talk about certain issues. You had Indiana Fever Sophie Cunningham saying, "Yo, we need a stronger commissioner." Like, she is pretty much calling us soft, not standing on business, pretty much on certain issues. And you had it. It's not the first time that the players are calling the commissioner out. Right. We had Nafisa Kaya called out a couple of times during the negotiations, the contract negotiations. It was just this is not the first time. So. It's something they might need to look into. I don't know who votes for the commissioner. I think it's the same thing as how every sport do it. The owners do it. But yeah, man, this is definitely why we projected to be 40. You should going off subject, my guy. But yeah, man. Hopefully this, because right now, well, I'm mad about this too. The WNBA is in their 30th year, right? And I think this has been the best year competition-wise the league has been in, man. When you talking about, it's like, this is taking off attention of what Olivia Miles is doing right now. She is doing some crazy numbers right now and could be the second rookie to win MVP and Rookie of the Year in the same year because she have the Minnesota Lynx right there, number one in the league right now.
She got tamed a little bit the other night, though.
Yo,
Golden State Valkyries.
Listen, B.
Their defense as a team. I think they're the number one defensive team in the league.
The past 2 years.
They get after it,
Yo.
man. They had some. Last year they were pretty solid. Like, they just were, you could tell they were just missing a few things, and they just needed to figure out who was going to be their scorer and stuff like that. But they was able to, like, this year they've been putting it together. They're going to be a tough out.
Yo, they added 2 more defensive players in Kia Stokes and Gabby Williams, who are 2 great defenders that made them even more stronger. And they are now, after this is their second year in the league, they're the number 2 overall seed in the playoffs right now. And it was last night they beat the number 1 team, Minnesota Lynx.
Yeah, Minnesota
last night.
And they kind of had Olivia a little boxed up.
Yeah, Veronica Burton is an underrated player that they don't talk about.
Yeah, it was pretty much a clinic.
Yeah.
So you know, but nothing to take away from Olivia. She's been incredible, and I see why she got all the attention that she got last night. To be honest, you know, they feel like, you know, if you can slow her down, then you got a good chance at winning, and that's what they were able to do last night. And then, you know, you had Angel Reese last night too with a historic night, man, breaking Shamika Holtzclaw record for rebounds in a single game, 26 rebounds, man.
Hey,
that's going to work.
Yo, I don't know. After she missed that layup to tie the game,
yeah, she been pissed off since that Fever game.
Hey, yo, she been on one.
Yeah, she been on one since that Fever game. She didn't shoot her best last night either in that game against the Sparks, but you know, she was on the boards like crazy. You know, there might be people she had, and 18 of those were defensive rebounds.
Yeah, she broke 2 records last night. Yeah. She also broke the single season. She broke Aja Wilson's record, single season. Yeah, and they still got games to go. Yeah. So she could very much hit 500 plus rebounds in a season, man. That is just remarkable. That's what, you know, just a few examples of what, you know, June means by how the league has been, you know, much improved this year and from a competitive standpoint, a competition standpoint. And you know, we don't need the distraction of Enes Kanter or, you know, what we just needed the WNBA to do is just say, listen, this is a league for women, born women, period. We need a pass, not no writing it, and you know,
you can put it in the bylaws or whatever, and make it a rule. And that's it. Yeah. And ain't nothing else to talk about.
Right. Like,
period. You're not gonna lose nothing
at all.
Like, you're not gonna lose no sponsorships. I don't think so. Like, the NBA's not losing anything. Women cannot play in the NBA. Yeah, it's in there, and they not losing nothing
at all,
other than to the NFL on Christmas Day. That's it. That's the only thing they really lose. Viewership. That's it. You know, because they're going against a juggernaut. That is the shield. But other than that, no, man. Like, you know, just rules are put in place for a reason. You know, for control and policy and you know, procedure and what's that? I can't even think of the word I'm looking for. Oh man. But to be organized, like, you know, so it's, you know, just this should be the end of this, like, with this whole situation.
Yeah, man, and just focus back on basketball. Yeah, man.
Focus on growing the league.
Okay, so let me correct myself. He's just banned from Chicago.
Okay,
right here.
Okay.
Banned from the Win Trust Arena.
So he can't go to Chicago.
He can't go to Chicago. But
I mean, he can go. He got money. He'll go to fucking you know. Oh man, he'll go to Atlanta, anywhere else but to Chicago if he want to, you know, really
continue the trolling. Yeah, but
in this, man, find something else to do, man.
Right,
you made your
on,
point.
Man.
Get your grown ass out of here with that bullshit.
Right.
Come on, man.
Oh man, so look, man, as we move along, man. Once again, man, if you're watching, man, like, share, and subscribe to the A Squad Digital TV YouTube page, man. Look. Our next topic, I don't know about San Fran, man. San Fran just can't get right. I feel like every week we've been talking about San Fran on this show. Where do I start? I thought I was gonna come up here and talk about, okay, San Fran is kind of getting right now. You know, George Kittle on Sunday, I believe, they just announced that he's cleared for football activities. They're getting a weapon back that they thought they might have to miss the first 6 games on the PUP list, but nah, he is gonna be back probably for the first game. And this happened yesterday. Now, we've seen this from the owners in the league before, right?
No.
What?
Which ones?
Like similar situations like this. I'm bringing
can't
up
recall.
Robert Kraft with the massage parlor situation.
Oh, he had a situation.
New England owner Robert Kraft
He had a massage parlor situation. Okay.
And I think they was fined for it.
Okay.
And nothing happened after that. He was able to keep his job and everything. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is saying engaging in prostitution.
Yeah.
Now, I don't like. Should he get real punished for this, or because he's an owner, or is it so? I don't know. Is it this more personal? I think.
Nah. I mean, I just whatever consequences it is for the players.
And that's what I'm heading to.
It should
right?
be for him
it
too.
Should be
it
for
shouldn't
the
be
owners.
exempt from anything.
It should be for the owners.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it should not just because if the players would have did this,
Well, what do you do? Like I mean, he can't miss games. He don't play.
Yeah.
You could you can find him individually, I guess. It's nothing really that you can do. So you got caught out there doing. First of all, dude, sis, man, like it should be easy for you to do this type of thing because you have the money.
Yeah, right.
You have the money, the resources, whatever. You could have went and you cheap. You looking for cheap. Nasty, man. Like, you got money. You supposed to be even when you're doing the wrong thing, you supposed to be of a different type of caliber, bro.
Right.
I don't want to start throwing numbers around out there and stuff like that. But you could, it's a few countries you can go to too and get better product. I'm just.
Then Ohio.
Right, like what, trailer. You're in the trailer park.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. But you got to get it together. I guess he's going through some. It's. I believe it's something. I heard something about him being divorced or something like that a few months back. Maybe he's just going through it, but man,
Well, you think one of the chicks reported him or something? It had to,
no,
right?
it was a sting.
Oh.
It was an undercover, undercover.
Oh.
Yeah, they caught him. That might be a high prostitution spot, and they be staking out them type of situations. Go undercover, whatever. But yeah, man, got caught up in a bad place, wrong time. Shouldn't even been there.
It's the distractions though, bro.
It's careless, man.
It's the distractions.
I mean, not only it's the distractions. You got the owner doing stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Like I said, the Kyle Shanahan situation is funny.
Yeah.
I think it's still gonna be something with that comes up and comes about because they try to sweep it, but people still wondering like, what the hell happened as it pertains to that accident.
Right.
Good things are happening as far as them they getting players back, but also some players that they brought there are still suffering through injuries. I'm just saying that. Mike Evans has suffered like some type of groin injury too to go along with the soft tissue hamstring injury that has kind of been nagging him throughout training camp. This is like I believe they said his third injury since training camp began. So, it's a lot going on over there. But I don't know. Are you gonna blame the electrical plant on this one?
Yo,
Or did the electrical plant, make him teleport to Ohio or some shit? I don't know, man.
Hey, B, read this, B.
Jokers can't stay out the way, man. He contacted a prostitution ad 3 times before the arrest.
3 times before the arrest.
Right.
Damn.
So that's a sting, basically.
Damn.
He was talking to somebody that it's kind of like how the child predators be catching people. You think that you talking to somebody 13, next thing you know, these dudes pop up and be like, yeah, you was here to meet da-da-da-da, and they putting you on blast, slapping you in the head. Yeah, I've been seeing that type of thing on Instagram too. But yeah, I mean, come on, man. You just got to figure out a way to do it.
Right.
I guess. I mean, listen, whatever you like, I guess. But I'm just saying, like, if you have a certain financial status, bro. I can't see no other billionaire getting caught out there like this.
I want to see how the chick look like for him to go 3 times. Right?
Bro, Ohio?
Ohio?
Nah.
I want to see how she look like.
Nah. And they talked about it was only $140.
Come
we
on,
we
dude.
only can imagine how she look.
Come on, dude.
Now I know somewhere you can go $140. You get somebody that look like Halle Berry. Well, yo, all jokes aside, man. But this is just, hey, man, what you gonna do? They've been talking about it a little bit, but Jed is kind of flying under the radar too, man. So we'll see what happens as it pertains to his case or whatever. I don't, know what the charges are going to be. Maybe he just be fine and walk off or whatever, and has his moment of shame, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, he's not just representing the 49ers. He's representing the league.
Yeah, he is representing the NFL. That's why I said I don't know how they going to look at this thing. I don't know how Roger going to look at this thing. That's a bad look, for the NFL. People, they say it's not the same. I'm like, well, I mean, it's not the same as Dan Snyder. I think, he was a repeat offender, and I think, staff was involved with that particular situation, stuff like that. It wasn't like Irsay. Irsay had a drug issue, but I think he had some. I don't know if it was prostitution, but either way, those are two owners that had to relinquish their ownership duties. So I don't know. And Jed is like, if I'm not mistaken, if I could, correct me if I'm wrong. I think Jed is like a partial owner. I don't think he's like a full. Yeah, he's partial owner. Oh, okay. Yeah, he partial owner. So.
You say they selling the team? Oh man,
shit. All right. Well, yeah. I guess it'll be much to do about nothing.
Right.
Nasty ass Jed. That's his new name. Nasty Jed. Fuck.
Oh man, yeah. So we'll see how the NFL follow up on this, man, for sure. All right. As we move along, man, this was week 2 of preseason, right? Week 2 of preseason in the NFL. Anything stand out for you, B? Week 2 NFL.
Man, I ain't watching. I'm watching, but not for like wins and losses. Yeah. I'm a big college guy too, so I'm just watching certain guys just to see how they look, or not look. I don't put a lot of stock in the preseason, man. I just don't. I mean, I know it's football. I know we are excited that it's back in some, way, shape, form, or capacity. I'm really more concerned about the guys that are like on the bubble. Like, you know what I mean? Those 5th, 6th, 7th undrafted guys. Or you might have some veterans that have been on your team, making your team for the last few years. You're seeing a few of them are actually on the bubble I'm speaking specifically for my team. When I look at the unofficial depth chart, I see guys that were 2s and 3s, looking 4 and 5. Which is, one of them wake-up call type situations. You could, end up being without some of these guys as, things wind down. Individually, though, like, I don't get caught up into the stat lines or any of that because it's, it don't count for anything right now. And a lot of these guys that I'm looking at is like, is this enough? Like, even with Todd Simpson, like, he had an incredible he had a pretty good showing, but it's like, yo, he ain't gonna play for like another year or two. Yeah, you know what I mean? Whenever staff decides to be like, all right, I'm cool, or if you have some type of mysterious or unfortunate injury. So it's like you ain't even really gonna get and you can't tell. I ain't in practice every day, so I can't really judge anybody by the preseason performances. Carnell Tate, my guy, he don't have no catches in the preseason, man. Between the connection between him and Cam Ward looks shaky, but I mean, do I think that he gonna go a 17-game season with no catches? Come on, are we serious here? So it's like I ain't looking like that. It could be guys that look like they all world beaters in preseason. Then the season come and then they finish the year with like 300 yards receiving, 500 yards receiving, whatever. So I'm just waiting for the real thing.
And we 2 weeks away from it.
Yeah, we 2 weeks away from it. I'm just waiting for the real schedule. When things count, records count, stats count. Right now, everything is cool. Like I said, I've just been watching casually, just looking at different guys just get after it. Just fighting to make their team. I'm seeing guys get signed. I'm definitely going to tap into Hard Knocks tonight. I see Seahawks picked up Trayvon Diggs, which I feel like was desperation. They don't have anybody else opposite Devin Witherspoon. Tariq Woolen is in Philly.
And we gotta understand, Witherspoon. If you really watch Seattle, they use him everywhere.
Yeah.
They use him a nickel.
Yeah.
Sometimes
He might have to do some following this year.
Yeah.
Because
they
that
played him-
secondary is a little shaky.
Yeah, it is.
Because Imawari, they're he's the real deal though.
Yeah.
Had an incredible season, bona fide, top safety in the league. But he's injured right now. He's recovering from an ankle surgery that he had, and hasn't done much. He hasn't done anything in training camp because he's been injured. So I think he might be one of those guys that is starting the season on the PUP list. So that secondary is, if you playing them early, which my team doesn't. But if you're playing them early, they're going to be without some guys in that secondary. They went and picked Trayvon Diggs up. I don't know if he fit their style of football. He was my guy once upon a time.
Yo,
when he started being out there,
about Diggs, man.
because I saw, after he had his All-Pro year, I was like, if he can continue on that trajectory, not even having 10 picks a year, because that's just impossible. But I said, maybe he earned the respect where guys will stop trying him and stuff like that. But man, he started making business decisions. He was terrible in run support. And I like guys that can play. It's more than just passing.
Jokers is running by him too.
Yeah, and hitting them with double moves, and I'm just like, yeah, man, this soft shit gotta go. It's a mentality thing, and a lot of the, you see him in the news, and he just caught up with the shorties.
Yeah,
he's a ladies man.
Not focused anymore.
Not focused enough for me on the game. Yeah. So best of luck to them. With him, I'm gonna tap into that episode tonight to
Bro,
see.
did he get on the field with Green Bay? That's what I'm trying to.
Barely.
When they picked him up,
they did. Yeah, for like 2 snaps.
Yeah.
Yeah. But injury news, unfortunately, around the league. I know Giants, y'all lost a player today that they said it looked
Calvin.
pretty bad. Calvin, that could have been like a Swiss Army knife for y'all, Calvin Austin. He's not just he could have been the replacement from Wandell.
That's
slot,
what it is.
slot,
Yeah.
He is a slot guy. Smaller guy, but twitchy, fast.
Yeah, fast.
Can definitely run that route tree.
And help out in the special team game too.
Yeah,
He
special
return
game
kicks,
as a
too.
returner. Yeah, he has those type of. And you need those types of guys on your team, man, that can, big third downs, and,
right?
Take pressure off of your young quarterback. So that's really, really unfortunate that he went down today, right before things get off. But at the same time, that opens up things for the guy y'all been screaming about, number 3. That definitely opens up some things for him because, he was fighting for a roster spot as well. But, if somebody goes down, the likelihood of him making his team improves.
Because they let go. We waived like 2 receivers already.
Okay.
I think they waived Juju.
Yeah,
last
Juju
week.
was waived already.
Yeah, and Ryan Miller, who was on the staff on the team.
Okay.
Was waived.
From the looks of it, and you talked about what I've seen. From the looks of it, if I'm the Giants, I wouldn't be surprised if your starting wide receivers is Darius Slayton and Malachi Fields. Not Malachi Fields.
Malik took the red jersey off.
Malik took the jersey off.
He took the red jersey off.
But I think that's your. I don't know why I feel like that might be your 3.
Well, no,
like,
that's
I think
the 3. That's the 3.
Yeah, I think those are your 3. Like
those
three wide receiver set.
We still got Mooney, Darrell Mooney. That's still there.
Okay, Mooney's a vet.
Yeah, Hodges is one of them guys that's fighting for a spot, and Jalen Hyatt is still dealing with an injury though.
You've been checking out the depth chart?
Yeah. So it's Slayton. It's definitely Slayton. Malachi Fields been the 2 that been starting in the preseason games.
Right.
But if Malik is out there, come game 1, he's out there with Slayton. Those are the 2 top receivers. They love Slayton. It's like, and we're gonna talk about this situation too while we're on preseason, right? I hate Slayton with a passion. Like if they could cut him, they're not gonna cut him because they give him so much money. And that GM, what's the name of the GM? God damn it. I forgot his name. Joe Shane loves Slayton. All right. It's like it's the same situation where he got to prove that why he gave Slayton the money is where I'm about to segue to. Cleveland made a decision yesterday starting Deshaun Watson because they got to make sense of that. How much they gave him? 230?
Well, this is the last year of it. So with the Cleveland situation, it's stupid. Todd Monken, I don't want to call you a puppet, but I definitely feel like that decision was not yours.
Nah.
That's definitely came from the top. And the thing that I don't understand about Cleveland's front office is if you didn't want him, why did you draft him? Or why did you okay the draft? Like, are you not in the room when this happens? What's going on here? Because Deshaun Watson has completely lost all his confidence and powers. We haven't seen him play good quarterback since he left Houston. And there was a press conference, a post-game conference, and the fans in Cleveland don't like him. He definitely not feeling them. And I don't know how, you try to make that work long term. Like, sometimes you just got to bite the bullet. I think Miami, they said, listen, I think they took a bigger hit letting go Tua.
Yeah.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, Cleveland would be $83 million in the dead money hit. I think Miami was a little more.
Yeah.
Probably like somewhere in the 90s or something like that. So it's like, sometimes if a situation is done, it got to be done. Like, you started him. I ain't saying that you had to cut Deshaun.
Yeah.
But because you need a backup. But I think Shador did everything possible to earn the starting spot. The fans want him. That's what it's all about, right? And there was some grumblings today how they were advocating and saying, hey, listen, Cleveland fans, don't go to no games. Like,
it's football.
It's football, but hey, listen, man. Sometimes if you say, hey, listen, stand for something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the organization clearly don't care about what y'all feel. Y'all don't. Watson ain't who y'all want, and he hasn't even played like a starter. He's had a whole bunch of struggles. Has injuries. Has not looked like himself even in this preseason. Shador has definitely made the right reads. Has the locker room, has the confidence, of the players around him. Is able to rally. The offense even looks different, even with the group of guys that he's playing with. They look different when he's in the game. So I don't know what the Cleveland front office is doing in that regard. I think that it's going to be a long year for them. I know everybody was predicting Miami to be bad, but I think Cleveland's going to be a pretty bad team this year. Not saying that they're without talent, but if you're a head coach and you already losing the locker room,
right,
by making this decision. So this is weird.
My thing is, you say it was a quarterback competition. That was when the first inning, when Monken got the job, he said this is going to be a quarterback competition. All right, the quarterback got to have to earn a spot. Like, from what I seen from Watson in first, how he earned it.
Right.
Like how he earned it.
Right.
Like it's just Shador. If we looking at the eye test,
Right.
Shador looked like he won that job. So it's just then, and I'm looking at their schedule, right?
Old boy ain't even a issue anymore.
Who?
Dylan Gabriel.
Oh nah.
And I
He not
told
even in
y'all
the
that
conversation.
last year.
He not even in the
Yo, they picked him in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
And they treated him like he got picked in the 5th. It just like it's not easy as far as this, like, you know, if being the front office person and all that. Cleveland makes the dumbest decisions when it comes to quarterbacks. The dumbest decisions, bro.
Who's the head coach over there last year? I forgot his name. Now he's in Atlanta now.
Yeah,
he's in
Stefanski.
Atlanta and he's dealing with
Stefanski.
another quarterback situation.
Stefanski.
That shit, well, it just follow him, right?
Yeah,
Because they got a choice. They got to make down there with Tua and Michael Penix.
Michael Penix is young, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's played enough football because he got hurt, right? But listen, you ain't winning nothing with Tua either. You drafted Michael Penix high, let him play. If he healthy, give him the keys. Let him make whatever mistakes he need to make.
Right.
You need the chance to see if this is your guy. And, you know, going back and forth with Tua ain't it. We saw Tua, you know, as a starter. He had his chance, and he blew it. I think it's time, you know, you got to let Michael Penix play and, you know, see how you do offensively, you know, in that regard. Because Tua ain't look like much of nothing either.
Nah,
They said even in practice, he's having bad practices and everything else. So, you know, his confidence might be shot. Who knows? But you got 2 left-hand guys over there, and I think you got to give it to do-rag.
Yep. So, we'll see, man. We'll see, man. Chase, I ain't know Chase got injured.
Yeah, today Chase Young got. I mean, Jamar Chase got injured. A light hyperextension. Looked ugly. Looked worse than it was. So Bengals dodged the bullet. Because you could talk that Burrow shit all you want. Jamar Chase go down, your offense looks totally different.
And we was just talking about the Raiders last week. Ashton Jeanty dealing with a serious injury too.
Yeah, but he dodged a bullet too.
Oh, okay.
I think his is like more of a high ankle.
Oh,
you know,
okay,
those
okay.
high ankle sprains though are very tricky.
Yeah.
You know, you could be out 6 weeks or you could be out 4 months.
Right.
Like it's just, you know, so you know, I think the Vegas Raiders are going to be, you know, evaluating him week by week and seeing how he heals up from it. You know, yeah, unfortunate way. But the kid, speaking of preseason, I mean, the kid Mike Washington Jr. has looked good for the Raiders. Out of Arkansas, the rookie.
Right?
The rookie has looked good.
Remember that name.
So, you know, he might be able to sustain that run game until Ashton is able to get back.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I seen some teams made a couple of trades, too. I seen Houston went to acquire Keyshawn Butte from New England.
Yes. They in receiver hell. They needed a receiver.
Yeah, because what happened with Jaden Higgins.
Yeah.
So Keyshawn Butte, who looked like was going to be the number 3 receiver over there, maybe 4, because Dobbs and AJ, they work more on the outside.
Now he gets to go and be probably a 2.
A 2.
Over here with Nico. And then they also picked up Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers?
Not Zay Flowers. No. Was it Zay Jones. Not Zay Flowers.
Okay,
Excuse me. Zay Jones.
Okay.
They picked up Zay Jones and another receiver. I can't think of the name right now. So they picked up some guys too to kind of fill the voids.
They've been getting hit with injury.
They been getting hit with the injury bug early. You know, on top of the fact Tank Dell is still there. Slowly coming back from from his injury as well. So the trade, it made sense. Go get another big body receiver. Butte.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, so that's the NFL preseason news that's going on right now. I think we got one more week of preseason games, which you ain't gonna really see no starters playing this game. This is definitely for the guys that's trying to make the roster in these week 3 matchups. So that's what week 3 is pretty much in the preseason is all about now. So we'll see, man. All right, we're in the second half hour of the show. Let's pay the bills, man. Shout out our sponsors, man. Without our sponsors, there'll be no Off the Top Sports Radio. So let's shout out the sponsors real quick. Shout out to Clarity, man. I'm rocking the Clarity shirt on today, right now, as we speak. Shout out to Clarity, doing big things, man. Actually partnering up with Not Orange this weekend. They are having a back to school event right there at Ebenezer Baptist Church, located right off of Park Street and William Street, right smack there in the corner. So if you have your kids, bring them out. Giving out book bags. We're going to have food, music, and all that good stuff, man. So back to school event right there at Ebenezer Baptist Church, brought to you by Clarity and Not Orange family. So definitely tune into that. All right. Today is Tuesday. And on Tuesday, we got Deal of the Day, starting with Master Pizza. If you go to both locations, the West Orange location and Livingston location, you get 15% off your purchase. All you got to do is mention Off the Top Sports Radio. All right? And our second Deal of the Day is Hookah and Chill, man. Shout out to Hookah and Chill. If you go to both locations, the East Orange location and the South Orange location, and you mention Off the Top Sports, you get 20% off your purchase. So don't forget to mention Off the Top Sports Radio. All right. SoCo Bar and Grill. Shout out to my guy, Corey, man. I got to link up with him this week to finalize some things with him. But be on the lookout for that. He definitely hit me up too. But I got to go and meet up with him. Yep. SoCo Bar and Grill, 501 Central Avenue, East Orange, New Jersey. If you're looking for some of the best nightlife, check out SoCo Bar and Grill. All right. Sands Sports Multimedia Network. Shout out to my guy Sands, man, holding us down this past weekend. Me and my guy DM Football. I hosted our sixth annual. Sixth year doing the high school preview, Essex County high school preview football show. It was a great turnout, and Sam's gave us the platform to host our show on there, man. And like I said, it was a great turnout, man. And segue to my guy DM Football, man. It's that time of the year, so you're gonna see him pulling up a lot in the next couple of weeks because high school football is here. We're gonna talk some high school football later on in the show, but it's that time of the year, man. It's week 0 kicks off, I believe, Thursday Thursday afternoon down in the shore. Then you got some games up here too on Thursday. We'll definitely talk about in a few minutes. But yeah, man, it's that time of the year. Shout out to my guy DM though for holding it down this past Sunday with me on the high school preview show on the Stan Sports Multimedia Network, man. And that's all our sponsors. All right, man. We're in week 3 of breaking down these divisions, man, and we are heading up north with it, man. The AFC North and NFC North. We're gonna start off with the AFC North. A division. It's a tough division, man. Been pretty much, Baltimore been running it and back and forth. Baltimore and Pittsburgh been running it back and forth, right? But let's see if the Bengals or the Browns can make some noise this year. You usually start with the team that had the worst record in the division. And we're going to start off with the Cleveland Browns.
We just talking about them. Ain't nothing to talk about.
Right?
Ass.
Hey, that's crazy.
Ass again.
We was just talking.
We ain't got nothing to talk about with them, man. We can move on.
Oh, man.
They got the worst quarter, they got a situation over there. And like I said, the head coach is kind of already lost lost the locker room.
Hey.
So I don't know how they're going to start off. It will be it's going to be interesting to see, but I don't see it. I mean, you lose Myles Garrett. You did get a dog, though, in return in Jared Verse.
Right.
So, I'm not, I think that their defense will still be playing games, but I think also their defense will be on the field a little too much. I don't think that their offense can sustain drives, enough to, play complementary football with the defense. So I'm looking at Cleveland to finish last in this division again. Now the other three teams, they competitive, man.
They is high on Cleveland though.
I don't give a fuck with
They
Cleveland.
high on Cleveland, yo. Giving them 6.5
Man.
wins. That's a lot of. That's a lot of
They
wins for
tryna
Cleveland.
Get y'all money. Y'all go ahead and bet that shit if y'all want to. But the other three teams, have, it's pretty much a competition between those three. I believe. I don't know. I don't know if. I'll start with the Bengals. I don't know if they did enough defensively outside of Dexter Lawrence.
Jonathan Allen. Added Jonathan Allen.
Yeah, I mean they added some people on the defensive line.
Maffa, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't
The
know.
back end of the defense might still be spec
Right.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Which I mean, look at their depth
Offensive
chart.
line, I didn't like what I saw. I don't know if their offensive line is still any good. Or
Shit, we're on that first preseason.
that's what I'm saying.
game.
I don't,
That tell you.
I don't want to judge by
Yeah,
that.
preseason. I know.
You
I
know
know
what I mean? But they can't play like that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want Joe Burrow getting hit a lot. Yeah, it's
I
not a
don't
lot
like the
there
DBs.
defensively, man.
DJ Turner, I don't like that defense.
Yeah, the
Jalen
defensive secondary is probably the weakest link on this team.
They did take a hit on the defensive line. I know we said that they did some things with the defensive line. Losing Shamar Stewart for a couple of months definitely hurt them for sure. But Jonathan Allen and Dexter Lawrence will probably stop
I mean,
a lot of
you
run.
got a nice core in the middle.
Yeah.
But what's behind them? Like, you know what I mean? Do
Burks.
they have any, solid depth behind them to, you need a rotation. I know
Right.
you top heavy, but, I see Kyle Duggar as a backup safety here. So,
Listen,
yeah, man, I'm not feeling that
they need
secondary,
to
man.
score 35-some points a game.
It looked like
man.
they're in the same situation.
Yeah.
Of needing to score a lot of points per game. So, we'll see, man.
Yeah.
That offensive line, I mean, outside of Orlando Brown,
Right.
Is it a solid core? We know what they got at the running back position. We know what they got at the receivers. We don't even got to talk about them.
Yeah.
A nice core, even with Mike Gesicki at tight end.
Tight end, yeah.
It's just about blocking for them. So right now I probably got the Bengals. They might be in. I think I got them third, man. I think I do. I think this division is gonna come down to the two that always go at it, which is Pittsburgh and Baltimore Ravens. This is Aaron Rodgers last year. This is his I guess if you will his farewell tour.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But even Pittsburgh got some problems. They don't want to pay their corner. Joey Porter Jr., man,
yeah.
looking to be the highest paid.
Who has been balling at that position.
Has been balling at that position for sure. His time is up, and they at an impasse. So, offensively, I think they'll be straight, though.
They added some pieces. They added some
pieces. And then, Mike McCarthy does a pretty good job of, calling offense still. Him and Aaron Rodgers have a chemistry, and, they've worked together for X amount of years, being that, they won the Super Bowl together as well 15 years ago. But at the same time, they're very familiar with each other and know what each other want to do. So I don't think that you have a problem there. It's all about keeping him upward. You are going to have a two-headed monster at running back with Rico Dowdle and Warren, which is really that's good for them to go along with. They added another big body receiver and Michael Pittman Jr. To go along with DK. They did add in the secondary Jamel Dean and Jaquan Brisker, who's black in Pennsylvania after the Penn State alumnus.
To go with Ramsey and Porter.
To go with Ramsey and Porter. So the secondary personnel-wise, they look good. It's all about, what's being schemed and how everything is run.
Right.
And making sure that, they gel because it is some new pieces back there. But I like what they have offensively. I like what they have defensively. You still got Cam Ward up front playing at a high level, with some other guys. So, I think that they'll battle it out. Now, this is the first year of Baltimore, new coach.
Jesse Mensah.
Yeah, new coach. So everything new with them. They are kind of like the wild card. You don't know what to expect when you got something new. Especially when you have a new guy that's never been a head coach. You don't know what they're going to be running. It's going to take a few weeks to understand their system and what they want to be and what they want to do. Lamar Jackson is he's back healthy, ready to go, along with Henry. The offensive, I'm sorry, they did lose a weapon to me, likely. They lost, he went over to the Giants. That's a tough loss for them, considering that, Mark Andrews is kind of older and, you need some guys that can, play, and you go into that 2 tight end set, likely was definitely a weapon, somebody that you had to worry about. So
it's a problem.
But defensively, we know what the Ravens are. They got to put some things together because they was getting shredded the last few years, even with the personnel that they have.
Right.
So it's almost like people like, yo, we ain't scared of y'all no more. So Roquan and those guys are going to have to rally and see how they look.
Vegas got them winning the division, 12 wins.
I don't see 12. There's a lot of faith in this first-year head coach. Not saying that he can't be, but I'm just saying he's a first-year head coach, man. Never ran the show before.
And you know what? And I'm looking at the schedule, right? They open up with the Colts and Saints, right? Mm-hmm. Easily should go 2-0, right?
Nah, man.
Right? I know the game's got to be played, we broke these divisions down.
Opening week is funny.
Yeah, it's very funny.
It's very funny.
You get a lot of upsets.
Yeah, week 1 is very funny. Mm-hmm. But, their schedule, I believe they have the AFC South and the NFC. And do they play AFC and NFC South?
South, yeah.
Yeah, so South. It's like, damn.
Yeah. South.
Not the strongest divisions. Mm-hmm. They will have some tests with, Houston and Panthers. Yeah. Maybe I don't know Atlanta's quarterback situation.
Probably the Bucks will give
maybe the Bucks will give them. Yeah. So and then like I said, the game's got to be played on the field. When you talk about NFL, it's so hard to predict and project wins because everybody's a pro.
They go to the Bills again too. I don't know if y'all remember what happened the first game of the year when they was at the Bills. Last year. Yeah, giving up that big.
The Jaguars, the Chargers, like all these games those are solid opponents. Mm-hmm. That are what Vegas, I guess you could say, are projecting to be good teams. Yeah. You just never know until the games are actually played. But I look at this Baltimore team and they're new. They have talent, but there's a new philosophy around. So we'll see. You know what? I'm gonna go. This is funny. I'm gonna take the Steelers.
Ooh.
But I'm gonna take the Steelers on some like tiebreaker shit.
Yeah.
Like I feel like both teams could go 11-6 and. Steelers get the tiebreaker.
It came down to last year. It came down last year to the two teams. Last game of the year.
And then Baltimore end up being like the wild card team. Mm-hmm. But I think both of these teams are going to be fighting for it this year.
Hey,
they made it the right stuff.
One player, to look out for Baltimore that's been very impressive in the preseason. Ja'Cory Lane, man.
Yep.
I think he's gonna get some playing time out there for the Baltimore Ravens. Rookie. I know a lot of us is about to be in our fantasy drafts in the next couple of days and weeks to come. If late, I'm talking about like late, like 15, like 14, 15 rounds. Forgot how many rounds is it, but yeah, he'll be a nice pickup just to have on a back end just in case of injuries or anything. That's why I watch preseason a little bit to see who's the sleepers and stuff like that, young guys. So they just have in the pocket. So I got the Ravens still, man. Jesse Mensah, I know he's a new head coach, but he's a defensive guy too, right? So, which they needed help in the last couple of years, especially. I feel like every time they play Cincinnati, Cincinnati's throwing up 40 points on them. But definitely, I like Baltimore, man. Lamar Jackson, healthy Lamar Jackson, it's problems for us. And Derrick Henry running the ball like he did last year. I like the Ravens, man, on this one. So I'm going with the Ravens. B got the Steelers. We'll definitely, when the season is over, look back at this and see if we was right on this one. All right. Let's go to the NFC North, man. NFC North, which was an interesting division last year. The NFC North, I believe. No, they only had 2 teams in the playoffs last year. I was about to say Detroit made it, but Detroit did not make the playoffs last year. So
this was, I think, Green Bay and Chicago.
Right. Yeah, Chicago. I believe Chicago won
the division
last year.
I think Vikings finished last.
So
we can start there.
Vikings, they got a little situation too. Well, they handled their situation at quarterback, letting everybody know Kyler Murray will be the quarterback come week 1.
Yeah, I mean that was expected.
You expect that? Should I expect anything different?
Listen, man.
Hey, so Kyler Murray will be the quarterback. The defense is still solid over there. I seen a little bit of it on preseason. I know we don't put no stock into preseason, but I put a stock in who's calling the plays. Play style and who's calling the defense. That Brian Flores is a mother.
Yeah.
Like,
when
bro.
He start scheming it up, they're gonna be tough.
Yeah.
If they could just get anything going offensively. Last year they weren't able to do much offensively. Offensively they struggled. Even with, Jettas.
Right.
They struggled. So hopefully Jettas and, Kyler Murray can, hit a stride and can have a connection that opens things up, for the run game in Minnesota. They still have Aaron Jones back there.
Right.
So we'll see, what happens going forward. But defensively, I know this team is definitely going to be solid. Yeah, man, it's just hard to tell. This is one of the harder divisions. It's a really complete division. All 4 teams have improved, and which makes their divisional games that much more important.
And Minnesota kicks off with a divisional game with the Packers. First game of the year.
Yeah.
That's going to be a late game on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
They first 2 games are divisional games. Then they play the Bears after that. Yeah. So they get right to it, man. They get right to it, man. So it should be a good one, man. We'll see what the Vikings have in store. Let me see what Vegas got them right now.
Yeah, Ron said Green Bay gonna win the division. I don't know about that shit, to be honest. I don't know.
8.5.
They're gonna be missing their best player for about 6 months.
Right.
I mean, not 6 months, 6 weeks. Michael Parsons. I don't know how. And then they lost a lot. Did they bring anybody in? Because I know they lost Rashawn Gary as well.
Lost Rashawn. They did lose.
They lost Quay Walker. That
Romeo
defense
Dobbs.
looks different. Romeo Dobbs is going on offense.
They lost a lot.
I know they lost a lineman.
Kingsley and Jabari.
The Dontavian Wicks, one of the receivers. So they did sign Javon Hargrave. They brought in Zaire Franklin to and then they drafted Brandon Cisse in the back, in that secondary. But that was I feel like a lot of experience and years that you let go. For younger and reinforcement. Javon Hargrave, he ain't been the same since he left Philly. So I ain't even going to trip off him too much.
Vegas agree with you. They say Green Bay under 10.5.
Yeah.
They don't see nothing big
I don't
coming
see
out of Green Bay.
and old boy dealing with domestic violence and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know about Green Bay winning the division, man. I'm kind of leaning. To Minnesota or Chicago again. Yeah.
No love for Detroit, man.
I do. Detroit is a good team. I don't know what they got on their back end.
I know they picked up Isaiah Pacheco.
But Pacheco is not going to see that many snaps. I don't think it's going to be a 50-50 snap count like it was
with
him and David Montgomery. I think I've been reading Gibbs put on, a few pounds of muscle because I think he's about to take on more of the responsibility at the running back position. And, they have they keep rating this high, their receiving core pretty high with Amon-Ra and Jamo, Tesla. Detroit is going to be definitely a good team. Offensively, you still got Sam Laporta coming back as well.
Looking for a contract, I think.
Yeah,
so.
you just need you need Aiden Hutchinson to stay healthy. Jack Campbell also, solidify himself as being one of the best linebackers in the league. And then, Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, DJ Reed. Now they got Roger McCreary because, Terrion Arnold is out.
Who he signed with?
He's with Seattle too, but he has to wait. He has to wait.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's on that exempt list, so we don't know, what happens with him. Yeah, he signed with Seattle, so.
Seattle's desperate, yo. They are desperate looking for DBs.
For other DBs. So, this team has the makeup. I just kind of hope that it's not a situation of their window closing because, they had so many opportunities the last 3-4 years, and now you come here and, things start to kind of.
They just didn't look right without Ben Johnson.
They did. This is the second year.
Yeah, they didn't
I
look
don't know
right
if I like old boy calling the play.
Oh, Dan Campbell was
I don't know if I like
right?
Dan Campbell calling the offense.
Like, we knew it was trouble. And when we saw that first game in the year against Green Bay, where Green Bay, held that offense. I think they held them 3 points, if I'm not mistaken, in that first game. So it was just like, oh, man, that Ben Johnson effect. Then we see what he did. He made Caleb Williams look like an all-pro quarterback out in Chicago under that offense, man. So I see my guy James saying, I like Detroit. He like Detroit. Vegas saying 10.5 wins. Vegas agreeing with you. Detroit 10.5 wins too, man. And they got them finishing 11-6 in the division. Let's see if they can bounce back, man. They ain't look like themselves last year at all, man. The passing game, even though Amon St. Brown still got his numbers and J-Mo got his numbers. It was in the offense that we've been seeing the 2 years before, when Ben Johnson was calling the plays. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But a lot of people will be talking about Chicago, man. Chicago, the team that did win the division, they made it to the playoff. Actually, did they win a playoff game? Yeah, they did. They beat Green Bay in the first round, and they had the Rams on the ropes and went to overtime, and the Rams escaped out of Chicago with the victory. But I'm interested to see how Caleb Williams looked in the second year in this offense with Ben Johnson, man.
Because he wasn't like, they were better offensively, but he wasn't very accurate.
Yeah,
he was sub 60% completion percentage. So, their receivers haven't established themselves as, being, super great. They did lose DJ Moore. They did lose DJ Moore. I'm sorry. Yeah. He's in Buffalo now.
So they got to depend on.
So now you got young receivers that are unproven. Roma Dunze and Luther Burton, who they're high on. They love Luther Burton, but I don't know if he's that caliber receiver in the NFL. We'll have to see, and we will see this year.
I think they're gonna depend on their tight ends too. They got a dual tight end and Colston Loveland and Cole Kmet.
They don't really use Kmet. Yeah. It's really a Loveland show. They kind of kick Kmet to the curb.
Who are the running backs over there? It's still Swift.
Yeah. And
they had another running back. I just can't think of right now. The thing is, though, they did lose a lot on that defensive side of the ball. All right? They lost Tremaine Edmonds to the Giants. Nashawn Wright, I believe, is with – who Nashawn with?
Damn, I didn't know he left. I thought he was still there.
Yeah, nah, he left. He's with somebody. I want to say Tennessee. Nashawn Wright. I think he's with Tennessee. I'll look that up. And Kevin Beard, Byard.
Nashawn Wright went with the Jets. You're right.
Oh, Jets. Okay. Nice pickup for the Jets.
Yeah, Tremaine Edmonds went to the Giants, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then they did lose. Yeah, they lost Kevin Byard
Yeah.
and Brisker.
Yeah. They lost a lot on that defense.
They lost a lot on the defensive side of the ball. So Al Harris, got a few new secondary pieces that he got to work with and try to groom, to look like something.
Right. So I guess Ben Johnson's saying, you know what, we're gonna have to be in a couple of shootouts, right? We got to be in a couple of shootouts this year, man, because that defense. I'm gonna look to see who they picked up, but not no big names.
They still. They drafted the kid, the safety out of Oregon, Thieneman,
Okay.
Dylan Thieneman.
Mm-hmm.
They got
Tariq
Kyler
Stevenson.
Gordon as the nickel. Tyreek Stevenson is still there. Jalen Johnson is still there, and Cam Lewis. And they got some reserves. Jalen Jones and Xavier Woods, Malik Muhammad.
Mm-hmm.
So they got some guys over there, I guess you could say, by committee.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's going to look. The defensive line is solid. Gavon Dexter is, they were talking about him being in trade conversations, so I don't even know if he, how long he's going to be there, if at all.
I forgot Montez Sweat was over there too.
Yeah, they got Sweat over there.
And not to go back to the offense, but the running back I was talking about was Kyle Monunga.
Kyle Monunga,
who had a decent year.
I thought he would have been a starter.
Yeah,
but,
nice 1-2 punch with
and that's a 1-2. I think he's going to get some more snaps. I think it's going to be like a 50-50 share of the snaps with that run game.
Right.
Receiver wise, Khalif Raymond, it's like not nothing to like really be like,
And Vegas got them finishing second, man. And
behind.
No, actually got Chicago finishing third. They had Green Bay with 10.5.
Green Bay as the winner.
No, they picked Detroit as the winner. Detroit as the
I
winner.
can see Detroit winning the division.
They got Detroit and Green Bay with 10.5.
Detroit and Green Bay
with 10.5 win, but a lot of people are picking Detroit, Green Bay, not to finish with 10.5 win. So,
I feel like the best defense in the division is the Vikings. So when you got the best defense in the division, I feel like you as long as you got a competent offense, you can do some things.
And they got some young guys we mixed with some old guys on that defensive side of the ball. That's gonna make some noise. I know they got the kid Dallas Turner, who's gonna be in his second year in that defense. They got some guys, man. They definitely got some guys. So I agree with you. They do have the best defense. It's with the offense, which they got the weapons on offense to get it done. It's the quarterback play at the end of the day with the Vikings. Kyler Murray. This is gonna be. I'm not saying this is last shot in the NFL because we seen quarterbacks.
This is last shot at starting. He's gonna be Tua. He's gonna be a career backup if he fell like this situation.
And
he ain't get no more money and none of that.
Yeah, you got one of the best receivers, probably the top receiver in the NFL in some people's eyes. Man.
That core. Yeah. You got Addison. They added Jawan Jennings. You got T.J. Hawkinson still, a solid offensive line.
Right.
You should be able to make some things work with that. Your defense, like I said, you got one of the best coordinators in the league, and there's talent on that side of the ball as well.
Yeah.
All over the place. They fly around, they get after it. It's not a team that you want to play.
They fly around for real.
They kind of are a matchup nightmare. So it's all about you, Kyler. It's all about you. It's all about you.
So I know Chicago lost a lot on defense.
They lost a lot on defense.
They lost a lot on defense, man. And Green Bay I feel like they just got too much going on over there. Like off the field situations with Jacobs and Micah Parsons. He's the leader of that defense. Micah, my bad. the anchor of that defense. It look like he's gonna miss the first 6 games. Of
Yeah,
the year,
probably.
Right?
Yeah.
So
It's looking like the first 6.
it might be Detroit for me, man, because it might be Detroit for me. But Minnesota might make some noise though. It might be Detroit for me though.
I got okay. So winning the division, I got between Detroit and Vikings.
And I got Detroit and Chicago. They lost a lot, man, and a little bit on offense. I might have to go Detroit Vikings with you, yo. Green Bay, I just don't know. I just don't know with Green Bay, and they lost a lot on the receiver. They ain't really. Yeah, they did lose 2 receivers, right? So it's gonna be on Christian Watson and Jaden Reed. Gonna look like they're gonna be the 1 and 2 with Matthew Golden still there. Which they expecting a lot this year out of.
Yeah, they expecting
now
to have a
that
big year.
they got rid of
Dontavius Wicks. So
and
they know the division. I mean, they know their receivers how they want to.
Right.
So it's gonna be Reed, Golden, and Watson.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right, man. That's the NFC North, man. I think it's Detroit. Detroit bounce back, man. Because last year that was not the Detroit team we used to seeing on the field. So, yeah, man. So that's
if they got a real OC.
Hmm?
If they got a real OC.
I
don't want Dan. Dan, you ain't it. I don't want you calling him.
He's the leader of men, though. You know,
stick to being a head coach.
Drew
Petzing.
It's the
that's who has the title.
Yeah, he's a young offensive coordinator too. What's that? So, yeah, that's who got the title right now, man. He's gonna.
All right.
I look like he's gonna be calling the plays. So.
All right. All right.
So
now,
see.
Dan, you can go back to coaching.
Yep.
Call
what you do best.
4th and 1, you're going.
we know that. Money was good, man. My guy Money on the check-in. Sam's, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in to Off the Top Sports Radio. All right. As we segue, man, we move along, man, to high school football is here. It kicks off Thursday. I think we got the Battle of the Beach. That's going to kick things off on Thursday with a lot of matchups down there. Down there at the Shore. I know we got a couple of Essex County teams that's going to be down there this weekend playing. Let me see. I know Shabazz. Let me see. Shabazz supposed to be playing Atlantic City down there this weekend. So this games that's going to be taking place starting Thursday all the way to Saturday, I believe, and this weekend. So I believe, let me see, Thursday. Let me see. This is day 1 right here. Let me see who we have on day 1 that's representing. Shabazz will be the night game against Atlantic City on day 1. And these are 2 ranked teams in the state. So I believe Atlantic City is like
number 11.
11?
Yeah, Shabazz is 15.
15. So 2 public schools that's going to be going at it, man. Shabazz, we know they bringing back a lot of they players that took that trip to the Group 2 state championship. But we all know that Shabazz has moved up a group this year. They're in Group 3 now. So they want to play a tougher schedule than what they've been playing the last couple of years. And they got, I believe, they first 4 out of 5 teams that they play are Group 5 teams. So that's the way you want that schedule. That's how you start it off, man. Atlantic City, you go down there to play them. Yeah, you know, we had Nas up here a couple of months ago saying he want all the smoke. It don't matter who it is. He was calling Camden out. He was calling a lot of teams out, right? Well, you got one down the shore, man. Atlantic City team that these teams that these guys that rank these teams are high on, basically. If you got Atlantic City at number 11, so they kicked it. Well, they'll be the nightcap of day 1. Let me see who's on day 2. Shabazz, man, and like Shabazz, like I said, Shabazz returning a lot of players, man. Led by Nashawn Brown, who was a touchdown scoring machine. Fahim Osborne, who play in the backfield, linebacker, one of the best linebackers in the state, and Zakir Best. They bring back the quarterback that has been playing quarterback the last couple of years at Shabazz and Kareem Colson. So they got a lot of guys that's coming back this year from last year's team that made the run to the sectional title game. Well, they made the group 2 state finals, but lost to Camden in that game. So let's see, man. Let's see. Day 2, we don't have no teams that's really representing the Essex County area, but we have teams up north that's going down there. We got Wayne Valley playing. How you say that, B?
Rancocas.
Rancocas Valley. Then you got Paramus on the nightcap. A lot of people holler Paramus Scafley. Oh, my Moves just telling me about his nephew that played for Paramus Catholic. Nakai Martin, who was one of the top receivers in the state last year by looking at his numbers. I believe he had 9 touchdowns, over 1,200 receiving yards. They will be playing LaSalle Catholic, I think out of Philly, right? Out of PA, if I'm not mistaken. So that should be a good matchup in week on day 2. And day 3, I know Cedar Grove will be playing Gloucester County City and game 2 at 1 o'clock. In that game, I had the honor, me and DM had the honor to interview some of the Cedar Grove guys this past weekend on our show. They handed the reins over to a new quarterback, and Daniel LaStella, who he got some shoes to fill, right? Pierce Asphalt was the quarterback last year, who threw up some crazy numbers at that position, and the year before that was Steven Paradisio. So we asked him, is he ready to do it, hold it down? He said he's ready. He's been in this offense the last couple of years, and he know what it take to make that run to the championship. And this year they don't have to deal with Glassboro being right there because they moved Glassboro up to Group 2. So, yeah, man, let's see if Cedar Grove can make another run at a Group 1 state championship. But that air raid offense, as they call it, right down there at Cedar Grove has been definitely an offense to watch. They do, like I said, 35 or more with Cedar Grove. So that is the Battle of the Beach. That's going down this weekend. Then you got the Mountaineer Classic that been going down the last, I believe this 3rd year in existence, the Mountaineer Classic. And I believe I forgot what was the first game. I know West Orange played Ramapo first game, which should be a good one, all right? West Orange, we had the honor to interview Coach Grant this past weekend, and, he's excited about this team. He feel like they definitely have a shot to beat Ramapo at home this weekend, this upcoming Thursday. So that should be a good one with West Orange and Ramapo. Let me see who else they got this weekend. West Orange, I know they had the flyer on their page. Let me see. Right here. Oh, no, that's their schedule. That's not the flyer. I know they had the flyer up here somewhere. Nah, that's not. I guess not. They do not have the flyer right here. Is this it? Returning, yeah. Okay, so the games are Thursday evening you'll have Mountain Lakes versus Jefferson at 4 p.m. Then West Orange and Ramapo will end things off on Thursday night at 7:30. Then you got Franklin versus Ewing at 4 p.m. Then on Friday you have Hudson Catholic versus Irvington. That should be a good one. And Irvington is a team that everybody expect to, even though I see that somebody ranked them as they got the toughest schedule.
Yeah, they got the toughest schedule
in the county. Yeah. They do.
He said, I mean, if you know, you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Irvington bring back a lot of players back too from last year's team. I know they probably added some players on that team. So they're on Friday night. If you need a game to go watch, definitely one of the games to go watch on Friday night up in the mountains in West Orange for sure. So yes, this is the third annual Mountaineer Classic. So those are the 4 games this weekend. Any other games? I know Orange take on North Plainfield. Orange team looking to bounce back from that 0-9 season last year. And we interviewed Coach Kill too, and he's pretty excited with the first full year at the helm, because we did mention that he did get the job 30 days before the first game. So he's ready to go at it this year. And I actually watched some scrimmage against Montclair this weekend. I was pretty impressed with what I seen on the field. I could say that. So Orange definitely play North Plainfield this Sunday weekend. What happened?
Nah, I was about to say, what you was impressed with?
What?
They ain't scored.
They ain't scored. Look, listen. I was at the game. I was at the game.
Okay.
They scored on 2 safeties.
Okay.
The punt went over it was a snap situation.
What's
the name? 2 safeties and a pick 6 that was took to the house.
But they called back.
No, they scored on the pick 6.
You talking about Montclair?
Montclair.
Okay.
Which, like I said, 2 safeties. That was 4 points. This pick 6 made it, and they scored on the 2-point conversion, made it 12-9. They didn't. The offense did not score or moved on Orange defense, and Orange got down to the red zone a couple of times because they got a good running game. And Donovan, that's who's back. He's back from last year's team. A good offensive line, and he just couldn't punch it in. Minimal mistakes then there and there, but like I said, I was impressed.
Progress.
Progress.
Yep.
And like we were saying with the NFL, you don't take a lot into preseason games, like in scrimmages.
You could with high school.
With high school,
Your guys are playing.
Yeah, they're playing.
It's practice for your guys.
Yes.
It's
but like if you're there watching the game and not looking at the final score, you can see like, okay, I see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And so North Plainfield too. They got new coaches up there. I actually know most of the coaching staff up there, and Steve Brown, who I know for years, coaching through the high school levels. Shout out to my guy Jamil Drummond, who's up there calling the defense. Tyrone Turner, my guy up there, who's calling the offense for Steve Brown. So it's familiar guys over there that's gonna be meeting each other on the sideline come Friday night. Man, it should be an interesting one, man. I see Coach Logan on here. Shout out Coach Logan, man. Weekway, we had the opportunity to talk to Weekway. Weekway, we just beat Hillside this past weekend in their game scrimmage. I don't think they played week 0. They played week 1 because there's a lot of teams that's, even though I think we head into where everybody's going to play week 0, but they one of the teams that's not playing on week 0. They'll be playing week 1 against North Central. And talk about North Central. They play Bloomfield Friday night, which they try and get some get back because last year that game came down to overtime where the quarterback for Bloomfield punched it in for the game-winning touchdown to help Bloomfield win that game. So, yeah, man. So that's gonna be an interesting game this weekend. I know East Orange has Piscataway.
Yes.
Saturday.
1 o'clock.
At Piscataway?
No, it's home.
Oh, it's home. Okay. Yeah. At East Orange, and those two teams used to meet each other a lot in the
playoffs.
States. Yeah. So
3 straight years we have met them.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. So it's some familiar. They know each other pretty much. So I definitely will be looking for that. Saturday. There's so much going on Saturday. I can't even make it to the game Saturday. But I'll definitely be paying attention to the final score of that game for sure. But we had the opportunity to talk to Zach and Issa this past weekend on our preview show, and they look like they focused and they ready to go to make a run again. Last year they ain't like how last year ended at Pacific Tech. So they the veteran guys, they the leaders, and they expecting big things from the Jaguars this weekend, man. This year. So other notable teams.
Livingston. They play Bayonne. It's a tough game, but they opened up at home. But Bayonne's a tough opponent. So Abel Paul and his guys are, get their first action against a formidable team for sure in Bayonne. And then West Essex, another Essex County team, they're going to be playing Montville at 6:30. I want to say this is Friday as well.
West Essex is a good team that stay on top in our top 10 rankings in the past few years. So they graduated a few players too, but they always got a good program over there in West Texas. You know they're gonna bring it every time. Like I said, a lot of teams do not play in week 0. You mentioned there's most of the games. I think though, Montclair. I think Montclair played week 1.
Yeah,
they play week 1. What's the name? Let me pull up sideline chatter. But yeah, man, high school football is here, man. It's here. Can't wait. Man, it's our favorite time of the year to talk some football for sure. So definitely, man. Like I said, we had a great show the past on Sunday, man, and a lot of people tuned in, man, and like what they seen, man. Another thing too, I gotta put it out there. We couldn't get every team on there because it's just if we get every team on there, me and Dan will be on there for 5 hours straight conversating with players and coaches. But I did appreciate all the people that we did invite because we gave them a time slot and everybody was on time and ready to go. If they was not on time, they probably was 1 or 2 minutes late, if that. But yeah, man, shout out to all the coaches that made it through. It was Coach Grant from West Orange, Coach Kill from Orange, Coach Logan at Weekway. Who else? We had Coach Strong from Glenridge that pulled up. I'm missing a coach. Coach Mark from North Central pulled up, man. Then we had, player-wise, we had Abel Paul from Livingston, Adam Seppi from Carwell. We had Cedar Grove guys, sophomore quarterback Danny LaStella, and Jake Kenneth Wright on for Cedar Grove. Who else? East Orange I mentioned was Zach and Concepcion and Issa Wittenberg representing for East Orange. So we had a lot of guys, a lot of people that came through, man, and showed love. So definitely we ready, man. And Sunday will be our first show of the DM Football High School final score show, and where we recap all the games from from the weekend. So I believe that show will be on at 10 a.m. We usually start at 10 a.m. So we'll be showing highlights on there and talking about the games and also previewing games for week 1. So definitely be on the lookout for that. All right. I definitely want to, before we head out, shout out a couple of people before we head out, man. The past 2 weeks, we don't talk baseball that much on the show, but I have to show love to the Bayonne Little League baseball team. Even though they got eliminated on Sunday by the Iowa team, but they went out there in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and represent for Jersey. I believe they made it to Williamsport by beating Connecticut in the Metro Championship game. They was down 6-2 in that game, and they made an amazing comeback. I believe to win that game 8-6 in that game, and they beat, I forgot who they beat. They beat a team out of PA. I want to say PA. On Friday night, off a walk-off home run, and like I said, on Sunday, the dream ended early with against a tough Iowa team. Kids struck them out 12 times. The Johnson kid. Whew. But but they went out there and represent for Jersey. So shout out to Bayonne Little League baseball team. All right, and I got one more shout out, man. This morning when I was looking through my phone, I seen East Orange campus guard James Robert received his 3rd offer to Texas Southern. So shout out to him. Them offers is just starting. I know they're about to come in there and flowing in there in the next couple of months, man, especially when basketball season come around. So definitely shout out to him. And I had one more. More shout out. I think we gave her a shout out already. That was Angel Reese. I was gonna give a shout out to, man.
Okay.
Especially bouncing back, cause the internet could be, there's some cruel people behind these phones, man, and internet, man.
You gotta be mentally tough.
Yes, and that's what she is, man.
Yeah.
I think she used that as motivation. And on the last 3 games she has played, she has been throwing up crazy numbers. I think she had a 9-for-9 game after that. After that, missing that game-winning shot. That game-winning shot. We just talked about a 26-point rebound game. She almost the game after. The game after the 9-for-9 game, I believe she almost had a triple-double.
Yeah,
that's what it was. It was a
14 and 8.
Yep, she almost had a triple-double. Yeah. And last night,
26
rebounds, and breaking the single-season record, man. So it's just like, look, like we said, it's not. Look, man, the critics, they're gonna talk, man. It's just what you do in the next game and go out there and shut the critics up, man. I bet you they not under them comments now, right?
Well, they always gonna find something. They move the goalposts.
Yes.
Just keep putting on.
Right. So, look, man, next week we'll be here same time, man. Next week it's the NFC East show. We're gonna have a couple of guests up here, representing for the NFC East team, the NFC East teams. Last few years we couldn't get no really AFC East. If I could get some AFC East guys, we definitely bring them up here. But they already know the deal. That's the Bills division, and the Bills. That's who been running. Well, New England won that division last year, right?
Yeah.
My bad. I jumped the gun.
Stop.
New England won the division last year.
Chill.
Buffalo had to start on the road.
Yeah, they gotta figure it out.
Yeah. My bad, New England fans. My bad. Apologies, man. New England won that division, so New England do have something to say. They kind of stocked up on, on some guys on the offensive side of the ball this past season, this past off season. So New England has something to say about that. So we definitely got to break that division down come next week and see who's gonna win that division for sure. But NFC East, we definitely gotta have some people pulling up. Should be a great show come next week. Then we'll college football. We'll be talking about some real games coming up for Labor Day that weekend. We'll have some high school final scores. Yeah. So it is here, people, man. Football season is here. So we're definitely about to get right into it, man, for sure. So be on the lookout for that, man. And a lot more, man. B, you got anything before we head out, man?
Nah, I ain't got nothing, man. Just good luck to everybody that's all the Essex County teams that's playing week 0. Good luck to them all, especially Shabazz, y'all going down to South Jersey. You know how South Jersey feel like they're the kings, and rightfully so after getting the sweep of the championships on the public side. So hopefully they go down there and represent and bring that back up top.
Right.
East Orange, of course, that's my alma mater. Orange.
I'm just hoping everybody
that play well. I just hope everybody play well. Everybody, stay healthy.
Stay healthy.
And good luck to y'all this season.
Yes.
As the season opens up. So.
All right, man. With that being said, man, we got the Blaze and Smith show coming up next on the 8 Squad Rubber Radio. So stay locked into that. The craziest 2 hours of your life. So we'll be here same time, same place, man. Give me all that best sports show on internet radio today. Yes, yours truly, off the top sports radio on 8 Squad Rubber Radio. See y'all next week. Deuces.
Like it's nothing. Proud across the body with the bucket. What's inside it don't matter, but don't touch it. If you bout to know the partner's gonna rush you. No. What you mean? Bitch a baddie, she a queen. What you mean? Mix the Prada with Celine. What you mean? About $1 in a dream. What you mean? I'm still mobbing with the team. Look. I don't know who introduced me, said she not a thotty. She a baddie and she bougie, I'ma pop a probably. Couple thousand for the t-shirt, it was not a problem. Only got to wear it once, then I forgot about it. Had to get up, had to grind, quitting all the options. Bought 1,000 for the night, girl, this is not remodel. And quit begging for my time, baby, you out of pocket. Why you thinking I'ma save you? I'm not a doctor, need me, know she doesn't. I was feeding when she wasn't, I'ma eat it when you want it. I've been greedy since a youngin'. Baby, put your phone on silent, we don't need no interruptions. I be kissing on your privates, we don't need to be in public, yo. What you mean, what you mean, what you mean? What you mean? Bitch, a baddie, shit queen. Look, what you mean, what you mean, what you mean? Mix the Prada with Celine. What you mean, what you mean, what you mean? By the dollar and a dream. What you mean, what you mean, what you mean? I'm still mobbing with the team. In the spot, I'm with the guys, it's causing ruckus. If I pass it to the guys, that's a bucket. That's your ex and that's a problem, I don't trust you. If that's somebody on your body, I'm disgusted. I'm a demon with impression, think I got a problem. I be out here on a mission, cause somebody got it. Got a dribble for the dressing like $1,000. Cause a nigga quick to switch up if somebody got it. We done seen you out the country, people idolize you. How it's feeling, can't describe it, feeling right about it. 20,000 when you shopping, do you gotta buy it? You're putting shit on my profession, this is not a hobby. Sheesh. Sheesh. Worthy.
Yeah.
Pepper sturdy with her. Both love the city, babe, but I'm a Jersey.
I know that's right.
Perfect with you. See, I'm working with you. All them breasts and thighs like you tryna serve a damn. Throw it back. Sheesh. Break your back. Sheesh. No God made you with a waist, but where's that? Sheesh. It's a rap. Sheesh. Body snatch. Sheesh. Tap my name up on your breast, that's tit for tat. Sheesh. Perfect hitter. Kept it perfect with her. Girl, I keep it P. I master P like Percy Miller. Twerk and get her. Then she worked it. All that saw you around and heard it. God damn. She want to do so. Whatever a crew say. Cause ain't nothing fake here. My baby, I'm too paid. While you in the club and you want a ball while it isn't 2K. You giving your gram and getting involved, I'm needing it today. I need it now. Bust it for me. Rush it for me. I'm out of town, girl. Send a pic and touch it for me. Worthy. Kept it sturdy with her. Both love the city, babe, but I'm a Jersey. I love the city. Perfect with you. See, I'm working with you. All them breasts and thighs like you tryna serve a damn. Throw it back. Break your back. No God made you with a waist, but where's that? It's a rap. Body snatch. Tap my name up on your breast, that's tit for tat. I'm saying, finally, I need a cup, I need a spoon, that body tea. With all them legs, I need a piece. Is it worth it? Can you charge it? Probably. Girl, what's your fee? I'll pay. Ask around, you gon' see about me. Them boys don't trick, why wait? When they talk, not a peep, I'm straight. Block me, baby, I don't need my page. Make a fancy girl, I'm CIA. Couple thousands on the jeans, I'm paid. White tee on me, G-Vontae. I'm a worthy.
Yeah.
Pepper sturdy with her. Both love the city, babe, but I'm a Jersey.
I know that's right.
Perfect with you. See, I'm working with you. All them breasts and thighs like you tryna serve a damn. Throw it back. Break your back. No God made you with a waist, but where's that? It's a rap. Body snatch. Tap my name up on your breast, that's tit for tat. Damn.
never held a gat in my life. People say that life's amazing, I see rats in my sight. What do you live for? I live for getting faded, finding wavy babes when I'm wasted to show my dick for fellation. Every day's a different relation, laced and riddled with knots to your brain and your contemplation. Knowledge lower than you drive the basement. Pay attention or intentionally lose your mental. You choose the pen, get fresh, use mementos. Knowledge as the basis for your tempo, then go crazy till their heads blown. Meet them inside the trenches, make them explode. Techno wreck the logic, we have watched it pack and leave, but we just sit back and breathe. Lack the eyes inside to see, due to blindfolds of green paper. I don't see dream chasers, life won't be right as a teenager. We stayin' forever young. Sprung into my second decade, now I must become something bigger than the sun. But I'm stuck here, I'm stuck here. This shit sucks here, everybody sucks here. I don't give a fuck cause I'm young. Sprung into my second decade, now I must become something bigger than the sun. But I'm stuck here, shit sucks here, everybody sucks here. They don't give a fuck, why should I?
Hey, they don't do it like this. Trust me, we don't fuck around, so don't be rude to my clique. And you gon' rue the day that you ever hated my shit. I like you so much, is what she say to my dick. Hey, they don't do it like this. Trust me, we don't fuck around, so don't be rude to my clique. And you gon' rue the day that you ever hated my shit. I like you so much, is what she say to my dick. Pour kerosene on everything and watch it burn like gonorrhea. Emeralds on a monopia, bam. When I'm on it, be my honest, be the cheesiest with pork roll in them. You're a poor soul in your sports coat and your Porsche go vroom, never snort coat. Got these bitches short, so